Beat.
Yes.
You've got 10 seconds to come up with as many Star Wars standalone films as you can. Go.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Boba Fett, Revan, Solo Vader film, Porkins, Salacious Crumb, Snaggletooth, Skippy the Droid, Ponda Baba.
That's your 10 seconds, Pete. Well done.
Thank you.
They're talking crass, yeah. They're talking crass, yeah. They're talking crass, yeah. They're talking crass, yeah. Crass. 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 They're talking crass, yeah. They're talking crass, yeah. They're talking crass.
Hello, and welcome to Talking Crass. We're back, people. We've had our hiatus. I've been on holiday. I've kind of done the coast to coast. We're living the dream. Beat, how are you?
Fantastic. Just can't wait to get right in.
Are you looking forward to this one, solo?
I am, mate. I am.
I'm looking forward to it as well.
I've had maybe it's not maybe it's the reason that I've had an orange Lucozade and I'm
High as a kite.
hot to trot.
Stick a penny in me and I'm going to light up like a pinball machine. So, it's going to take the usual route. We're back to our roots here. We're going in not necessarily top 5.
How many roots is that?
And do we need to keep saying this now that people listen or not?
Root.
Not necessarily top
I
5.
am Root.
True or false trivia. We'll talk about the film, give our final ratings, and some fun questions, B.
We always have to say it because if it was the first time listener, what they're doing.
What are they
Where
doing?
am I? Why is
happening?
why is IMDb being quoted verbatim? And what are these shocking points which can be easily contested being said in the earpiece?
B, we'll start off with a little bit of news, though, because we now love news, don't we?
We love news.
We love news. The Joker. 2 films have been greenlit, Beat. On one side of the coin, we've got Martin Scorsese.
Bought a podcast. One side the coin. I like it.
We've got Martin Scorsese's Joker, which Todd Phillips is also helping with.
Who's Todd Phillips?
Isn't that the dude who did Hangover? The trilogy. It is, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think it
All I
is.
can think of is Captain Phillips.
Anyway, so in Martin Scorsese's Joker, it's going to lead on The Killing Joke. Have you heard of that, Beat, the comic?
Yes, I have.
And he's a failed stand-up comedian, I think.
It gives light.
Have you read it or not?
I've read it.
All right,
it
come on.
gives
This
light.
is where you talk about your comic
All right.
books. Because I did see on the Twitter, Bosk wants you to watch Sing Street, which I haven't done yet.
No, I haven't done it.
And I said,
my
you're too
defense-
busy reading comic books and watching fucking French films.
I wasn't busy.
That's what you do, or playing PUBG Battlegrounds,
That's a
which
great
is the worst game ever
summary.
invented.
Great summary. But in my defence, Bosk, you know I love you. Sing Street came at the perfect time. I literally caught dysentery or something like that.
he's been laid while I was on holiday, living the dream. He's been laid up.
No, it's mostly food poisoning. An undisclosed food branch, Schmack McDonald's, gives real bad stomach
How do you
cramps.
know it's McDonald's?
I've got a hit. I've got a hinge.
Is that because the care package was just too much?
Too
for you?
much. Too much.
Okay.
So I got really sick, couldn't watch it. Anyway, getting on the Killing Joke.
Killing Joke.
It shines light on the Joker's background.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think it'd been done before. Obviously, the vaguer you keep his background, the cooler the character he is. It's like revealing the monster in the closet.
Has the Killing Joke got that dude in who he has working for him? Can you remember?
Joe Chill?
Is it Joe Chill?
Harley Quinn, I don't know.
No,
Working
there's
for
a
him.
guy who's like a proper family man and he threatens the family. And
Summer Frost.
has to work
Jack
for him.
White or something.
And he begins to like idolise him.
That's off the comic book called Joker.
Right, okay.
So that's a completely
I've read
different
that
guy.
one, by
He's
the
in
way.
Suicide Squad.
That's really good.
You know the guy who gets on the minigun with the gloves?
Right, okay, is that him?
That's the character, but it's nothing like the character in Joker, who's actually a good character.
Right, so
A kind of
why
Greek
put
tragedy.
Him, we're not going to get into Joker.
Terrible,
we're not going to get
terrible.
into Suicide Squad.
Anyway.
One of the worst films out ever.
Background is he's a field stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a wife who I think's got a child on the way. I'm not sure. His life is kind of going right down the pot. He can't get a stable job.
Mm-hmm.
No one's laughing at his jokes, and he goes to work for an organised crime called the Red Hood. The Red Hood is an alias which anybody can pick up.
Right.
He wears a red
Is
hood.
the actual Red Hood there?
Yes, it's like a dome, a Red Hood
Right.
dome, which is a callback to previous comic
Spoilers,
books.
by the way. So the Joker's a Red Hood.
Uh, Yeah.
Fucking hell, B.
What? How's that a spoiler?
I don't know. Do you want to see the Joker with the Red Hood in this film?
I'm not saying this is. What? I'm right. Full spoilers for the film.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh right, I'm not meant to spoil it.
Well, no, I don't know. People must know.
Right, I'm giving you the origin of the Joker
B,
in this film.
Everyone knows if they listen to Talking Crass. We don't do. We majorly do spoilers.
Batman sees the Red Hood.
Right.
Goes to kind of stop him in Ace Chemicals factory, knocks him outside, and then turns him insane
Nice.
through the chemicals. So it's not
Oh,
like
so it'll just be like the start of the film, really.
yes,
That should be the
he's
start.
not
of the film.
putting makeup on. He is genetically
I was
changed.
thinking that, and I think if Scorsese's as a Joker film,
Yes.
then it'll just be like a dude with pale skin, maybe slick back green hair.
Yeah, he's literally got
very,
green
very
hair.
understated. Did you think Heath Ledger's Joker was understated? Because I didn't.
What do you mean understated? I think there's
like an understated look. He'd look like a man, maybe with fucking red lips and
I know,
green hair. You know what I mean?
So you're
and
saying
we're not talking about paint. We're just
scars
like
and-
pale, but just pale
yeah.
skin.
All right.
I think it'd be very understated.
The problem is I like is like gaunt, exaggerated chin and a nose.
So do you not like tattoos and bling?
That's exactly it.
Moving on. There's been another Joker film greenlit, starring Jared Leto. He's going to get a standalone film in the DC universe, beat.
Right, how much cocaine are these execs sniffing to greenlight these films?
I'm going to hit you with one. We slagged Suicide Squad. We slagged Batman vs Superman. We slagged bloody Justice League.
Yes.
But would we go and see a Joker film?
I'll see any film.
There you go.
With
So
the
it doesn't
Joker in.
matter. That's the problem. It doesn't matter how bad the films are. Idiots like me and you will still go and see them. That's the problem. We're the problem.
Suppose so.
Star Wars, we're the problem. Although we're not getting into that yet. Right.
Are we the problem? Is it not the problem of the company taking our love and
To be
kind of
fair,
misplaying
yeah,
with it?
Yeah, no, maybe you're right. But we'd always, no matter how bad it is, we'd always go and see a Batman film.
I feel there's like a Stockholm syndrome kind of
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
there, where we kind of forgive
Mhm.
a lot.
Next
Point.
Did you hear about the stuff what happened with Kelly Marie Tran?
I don't know who Kelly Marie
plays
Tran
Rose
is.
in The Last Jedi.
No, I have not. Rose Tico.
Yeah, so Mark Hamill's come out and defended her because what she had to do was delete her Instagram because, and Daisy Ridley's done the same thing, because of the abuse she was getting
Right.
from the Star Wars community.
I mean, not my favourite character, but
Yeah,
if
but
you
no-
get to the point where you've got to delete your
People
account,
forget that these are real people as well. Do you know what I mean?
suppose so.
And she's playing a bloody... It doesn't matter, and it really annoys
Did
us.
she personally do anything wrong with the character?
No, she did what she
It's
was told
purely
to do,
the
probably.
writing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's not like she's going, I'm
Ryan
gonna.
Johnson stuck it up with the trolls as well. He's kicked off about it.
Has he?
Yeah.
No, you have to be able to take
Although
some
I
criticism.
do think he's living in a bit of a dream world,
Right.
to the point where he thinks like he still is loved.
Justified.
Yeah, justified in what he did. But we're not going to get into that because, like I say, I've always said it. Beauty of film, everyone's got the opinions. No one's right, no one's wrong. Someone will love it, someone will hate it. That's film.
In
You
life,
should not get onto someone for their opinion.
in life, you have to take criticism. All right?
Mhm.
But there is a limit. If she's getting death threats and stuff like that, we're not condoning
It's
that.
totally fucking wrong.
Disgusting. Sad news, but that's the world we live in. That's the internet.
Yeah.
People can give threats with behind like a veil of secrecy. If they were standing in front of her, they'd probably say bottle.
Iceman, Val Kilmer is returning to the Top Gun sequel, mate.
Really?
Yes.
Val Kilmer's
And
alive.
Tom Cruise. Val
Oh
Kilmer's
my
alive.
god.
What, are we going to see that? Top
I
Gun
love
2.
Val Kilmer.
Has it been is this Top Gun 2 or Top Gun 3?
I don't know. I've only
They've got
seen
to do a
Top.
low budget one.
I've only seen Top Gun. Not starring original characters.
Yeah. Jumping straight back, by the way, Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down from Lucasfilm, apparently.
Right.
It's a strong rumour. Do you think that would change the way Star Wars is heading?
I have no idea. I know she's her role is to get funding for the films,
You know how I
which
bloody
she's
love?
done over many films. So whether that would change the creative influences,
Yeah.
I don't know. So if it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. Ambivalent, mate.
That's fair. I bloody love Ron Howard, by the way. Can I just get that one?
Ron Howard is like Dave Bautista.
Because you know he's like, he doesn't give a fuck. He just does what he wants to do.
He's turned in, and have you seen the
Because it was
YouTube?
who the two do quit this, by the way?
Oh my god, I can't remember.
Were they the ones who did that?
They did Lego Movie.
Superhero film.
Lego Movie.
Yeah.
They did another comedy which I can't remember.
What's the one with Dane DeHaan in?
Oh, Chronicle.
Did they do Chronicle?
No,
Or is that different?
that's one guy who did X-Men.
Oh,
Not
right,
X-Men.
right,
he did. Who is it? Fantastic Four.
No, oh shit! Josh Trank.
Trank.
And he's now gone into hiding.
He's gone.
They wanted him in to direct the Boba Fett film, and that was in production before Solo.
Right.
But Trank said, "I can't do it. I'm going low budget for my next one.
Right.
I've had that many threats, like what we're talking about, and I've been that down about things after what happened to Fantastic Four. I can't do it." But apparently, on set for Fantastic Four, he was an absolute idiot. Like, he was going on ridiculous. Like,
when I
bullying the actors and, like,
was he?
smashing the setup and that.
I heard Miles Teller had a couple of altercations. Again, there's nothing. I mean, these are all news outlets, so I don't know if what's true in that. But
we
he
obviously
smashed his hotel up in that. Apparently,
I apparently just like lost the plot. Anyway, so he's going.
Not
Oh,
a nice environment.
That's why Boba Fett got put back and Solo jumped in the order. Whether we're going to see a Boba Fett film, I don't know. Would you like to see a Boba Fett film?
I'd die to see one, but it would have to be
Done well.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be the pre-established Boba Fett from the prequels.
Yep.
Because it doesn't work for us, you know.
So it would just have to be him getting out the Sarlacc pit.
Actually, that works as long as that kid isn't playing him.
What about the first scene? Just him crawling out the Sarlacc pit. Would you be happy with that?
Yes, but there's been a fan film made of that.
If that happens,
have you seen the fan film
I have
trailer?
not seen the fan film trailer.
It's literally what you've just said.
Just him crawling out the Sarlacc pit.
It is that, and then he gets up and stands. He stands on the sand and just looks, and it cuts to black.
I'm in. Finally, Peter Jackson has debunked DC movie rumours. He's meant to be going at the DC universe.
Right.
Don't know whether I like it. He's
No.
one of our favourite directors because of what he did with Lord of the Rings. Nick, shout out. We are going to do Lord of the Rings. We're debating either doing 3 mini episodes in a week, because we've got to watch the 3 back to back.
Right.
Or rolling the mics out and
cutting it up.
Not even cutting up. Just watching the film with us.
3 hours straight.
Yeah, 3 hours straight of us having to try and talk.
We'll see.
You hit us up and let us know what you want.
I guess.
I don't know whether you want episodes or you want us talking over the film so you can watch the film with us. We'll see. I've done that with a couple of podcasts and I enjoy doing it. You enjoy doing it, don't you?
I do. Anyway, other than that,
Yep.
Peter Jackson, with his old age, has just kind of fell into CGI hellland. So the last Lord of the Rings, which won an Oscar, I believe, for Best Picture or something like that, it's a mess a bit. In
The Hobbit?
No, the third Lord of the Rings, where it's elephants and fucking just.
Yes, I know what you mean.
It's a bit much
It's got good scenes in those.
It has got great scenes in. And then The Hobbit, total mess.
Hobbit was a mess.
And
As much as I love Lord of the Rings, shoot me now, I haven't seen the Hobbit trilogy.
I've seen the first.
Is it a trilogy?
It's a trilogy? Can you
How
believe
many
that?
make a trilogy? You know, the Hobbit book was
smaller than the first
film.
Lord of the Rings book.
It was a tiny book and they made it in a trilogy.
I know.
I don't know.
Anyway.
That's news. There you go. Should we go straight in not necessarily top 5, mate?
We can do.
And in true Talking Crass style, haven't seen Solo. There's a spoiler.
It's spoilers.
Yes, spoilers. You should be, if you haven't seen Solo, don't listen to this podcast.
Although, can we not?
Maybe that's why we don't get any listeners. No,
maybe we don't need to reveal what the spoiler is, and we just say.
That's what we're saying. I'm not revealing the spoiler.
Okay.
Right. Not necessarily top 5 characters who've aged badly in film.
Boom. In sequels.
Right. Between time.
Yes.
Hit us off.
First one. Obi-Wan Kenobi. So we've got Ewan McGregor.
Right.
At the end
we had this argument.
Yeah.
Is this the argument you're going to bring up that we had?
This is the argument.
I'm all for Obi-Wan, a Star Wars story.
Me too.
And that's what they're setting up.
Me too, right? But here's the crack. Obi-Wan Kenobi at the end of the 3rd film, Revenge of the Sith. And then 30 years later, Alec McGuinness. How does that work?
Is it 30 years?
It's 30 years!
He's going to look old.
Think of Luke.
He's going to look old.
Hold on. Is Luke 30 years of age?
Right.
He's 19?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or something like 20?
The point I'm going to make, just do it when the first year, when Darth Maul goes looking for vengeance, and he's got to try and protect Luke. There you go, there's your film. That's probably what they're going to do.
It's been done.
How's it been done?
Rebels.
I know, but they haven't done in big screen.
That's part of continuity.
Well, then they're just going to have to do it.
They've cooked the goose.
No, it's going to be done that now.
You can't uncook geese.
I would look forward to seeing it be.
Right.
I've got to disagree.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, Crystal Skull.
Oh, right. So
like the fourth one.
It's less of an age thing and more of a interest
He
thing.
can't move and he's swinging on fucking ropes and that.
That is fair. Every time he
Why?
punches...
We always make the point.
Yeah.
Why does he love playing Indiana Jones, Pete?
But doesn't love-
hated playing Han Solo?
Because Indiana Jones is based in real reality and it's not stupid
And he
space
doesn't have to go to
aliens.
Comic-Cons.
He's like, wow, I can relate to a historian with a whip and a gun.
That's fine.
Next one for me, Edward Norton. Aged poorly from the Hulk to the first Avengers film.
Good one, I like
Thank
it.
you.
He got a lot more hair
Yes.
and become a bit of a potato man.
Yes. Next one for you.
Next one for me, Pete. Kevin Bacon in the new Tremors. Have you seen
Oh,
that on
I've
Netflix?
seen
He
this.
looks ridiculous.
He does.
He's like, I don't know, I just want to give him a burger. He looks malnourished.
Right. But
I
then
don't
he's got
get
like
it.
weird thin wispy beard.
Aye, and like Peter's kicking off because there's a guy called like Burt Regger or someone like that,
Right.
who's been in all the Tremors like shitty films.
Every one.
and he's not in this one. And Kevin Bacon's turned back up.
He's 100% going to be in it. He's got to be.
He's got to be probably.
Last
Are you,
second.
are you
review.
in? Are you in for Tremors on Netflix?
It's a
or not?
TV show, isn't
I
it?
think it's Netflix Tremors.
I am not in for that.
I'm not in.
But it's
either.
got Kevin Bacon in, so I am.
It's got some lore. Did you know Tremors got lore about it?
Like, oh, they are aliens from like
It's ridiculous.
Clandorferon.
Like, it's got loads
And, like,
of lore to it now.
aye.
After the first film,
Really?
I thought it was just a daft B movie.
Right.
I enjoyed the first Tremors. We should do that.
I love.
I think it's great.
The first Tremors is tremendous. Is it made as a B movie?
I think it's a B movie.
It's
I'm
got
not too
bacon
sure.
in. It can't be a
Yeah,
B movie. Well, it is
I know.
technically a B movie.
Bacon
B for
fresh,
bacon.
fresh off Footloose.
B for
ready
bacon.
to go.
And now, like, how do you capture that? Fresh off Darkman. No, wait, that's
Stallone,
Liam
Rocky
Neeson.
Balboa is my next one.
okay.
I think it's just time. Time ages people, but he's still
Correct.
absolutely stacked, isn't he? Just like
He's
it's
become
like old man stacked. It's like what you say, what the Aussies say. Milk and
Milk and a
steaks
steak.
and eggs.
Milk and a steak. Shout out to the Weekly Planet. What was I gonna get at? I mean, you can tell he's aging, but he could still fight you. So I don't want to say.
Alright,
out.
that's fair. That's
You know
fair.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the second time, I'm gonna reuse the joke. Clarice Starling. First film, it's the girl. I can't remember.
Can't remember that second film.
Second film, it's a different actress.
That you can't remember. What's she called again? We call ourselves Film Podcast and we can't remember actors'
Flight
actors'
Plan?
names. Oh, it's not Sandra Bullock.
Flight Plan.
Oh, did I mention the news that Sandra Bullock kicked off about Ghostbusters reboot and said it was unfair? That it got so much stick.
Is she in it?
No, she's doing the new Oceans one, but I think that's going to bomb as well.
Right.
I might see
Hold
Oceans.
on,
I might
is
see
she-
Oceans. Look pretty. No,
So what they're
actually,
trying
no.
to do is promote
It doesn't
Oceans.
look pretty cool at
they're
all.
trying to promote Ocean's 8 by bringing up the hatred Ghostbusters
It's-
got.
Yeah, and they've set it in a fashion event.
I know the exact. I know the plot.
Like, why could they not have these women, these strong women who's like Sandra
Oh,
Bullock,
I understand what you're
and put them in
saying.
Brianna somewhere like
Right.
do exactly the same as Oceans, but
Right,
like try
okay,
and
yeah.
get them into a bank
So they've
vault
gone
in a
for
prison,
like
and they've just gone full on like
for women.
Versace
Right.
dresses and everything,
Not-
jewelry.
The film's
It's
saying
like,
the
what
only
the
thing that
fuck?
women want to steal is
It's like
clothes
jewelry,
and
from a
jewelry.
fucking fashion event.
and it's got to be pink.
It's so stupid.
All right, I get it. Who are these actresses? Jesus Christ, we're here all day.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster's one.
I don't know what the first one is. I haven't seen the first Halloween in ages.
Flight Plan.
I'm reading there.
She gets raped on a pinball machine.
What the fuck are you talking about? Forget it. Move on.
Right.
I'm reading the books. I've got. I've read what's the first animal?
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon. Decent. Enjoyed it.
Nice one.
Let's go. Got any more, no?
No, that's it.
Bruce Willis, Die Hard 4.0.
Terrible, terrible. He shoots a car into a helicopter.
And that's good. We've got to give him props for that.
But he's got no hair anymore.
He was losing hair in the third one, wasn't he? What's your favourite Die Hard?
First one by a mile.
A third.
Ridiculous to
loads of
Samuel L.
stick.
Jackson.
It's
Like,
it's my guilt. The third Die Hard with a Vengeance, is my guilty pleasure.
if you
It's
watch,
one of my favourite films of all time.
if you watch,
Are you aiming for those people?
if you watch the third Die Hard film, and you think of 3-act structure, beginning, middle, and end, the first act of that film is tremendous.
Unreal.
When he
he's
gets out the van with the
Yeah. He's got a stinking hangover. There's your protagonist set straight with some cool dude, cop, sick of his life, hung over the hell.
It actually pushes the boat out of the language it uses, but in a very clever way. But then the second act comes, and it's the most boring film I've ever seen. Unbelievable. Let's move on.
Simon Says.
Terrible.
Okay. I think that wraps up not necessarily top 5 people.
I'm still trying to think if Jodie Foster is.
What you on about Jodie Foster? What you talking about? She's in the second film.
No, is Jodie Foster the first or the second?
I'm sure Jodie Foster's in the first.
Who's
one as
Jodie
well.
Foster? Is she a lesbian in real life?
What?
I'm pretty sure Jodie Foster
You can't say stuff.
Is Jodie Foster?
Silence of the Lambs. There's Jodie Foster there.
Bingo! I'm pretty sure she is.
Not in the first one.
No, she's in the first one. She's in Flight Plan. She got raped over a pinball machine.
Right, okay.
And she has to go to law court. The second one, second Jurassic Park film,
Second Jurassic...
Lost World.
I don't know.
Moore?
Bobby Moore?
No. She's in that film where she gets dementia and it's horrendous.
I know that film. It's a good film.
Her.
I know what you're talking about, aye.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore?
Yeah.
Yes, good shout.
Thank you.
There you go. Sorted on air.
She's both great actresses.
Straight to true or false trivia beat. In this segment, you've got to try and get as many of these IMDb trivia facts right, but there's a couple of red herrings in there.
Boom.
To try and trip you up.
Bam.
First one. Woody Harrelson was picked over Christian Bale as Solo's mentor, Beckett. Solo is the second time he's been in a Ron Howard directed film.
Solo is the second time he's been directed by Ron Howard.
Yeah.
No. False.
That's true, he lost straight away.
Are you kidding? Well, why is Christian Bale the most...
Everyone wants Christian Bale to play everything in any film.
Oh, once, or he said he wouldn't do it.
I think he said he wouldn't do it.
Well, that makes sense.
No, he picked Woody Harrelson over him. He was in another... Woody Harrelson was in another film with Ron Howard. Do you know Ron Howard directed bloody...
Backdraft.
And Willow with a
Into the Heart of the Darkness Sea. Moby Dick film.
Next one, L3 actress, who I haven't got the name of,
Yes.
based her full character on Gwendolyn Christie.
True.
That's false.
It's absolutely true.
Well, no, it's an opinion.
I thought it was Gwendolyn Christie.
I know everyone does. Next one. This holds resonance, and you need to listen carefully for some fan questions at the end.
Okay.
Because I did not know this.
I didn't know.
The working title used during the film was Red Cup, a reference to the plastic red Solo cups that are popular for drinking beer from at keg parties.
False?
That's true.
Really?
It was called Red Cup, aye. Because in America...
There's a cup I know called Solo?
Right. I saw... At FTT Pod...
Yes.
Hit us up with some fan question and mentioned Solo cups. And I was like, what the hell do they mean?
Right.
So I had to research it and I just found out.
Well, somehow I saw
Have
this...
you got one right yet? I'm going to get the clean...
No,
I'm going to get the clean sweep here.
I saw on Twitter, best marketing campaign ever, and it was Solo on some red cups. So I was like, they must be called Solo cups.
Right, well, I didn't see that, so there you go.
But then, I didn't know that actually go be as stupid and call it Red Cup. Why don't they call it, like, Blue
Next
Harvest?
One. Oh, God.
Oh.
Next one. This is the first Star Wars film to not use the word Jedi.
False.
That's true! I'm on...
What?
Jedi's not mentioned once in this film.
Rogue One?
This isn't Rogue One, this is Solo.
What do you mean?
In this film, Jedi was not mentioned.
No, but you said this is the first Star Wars film.
It was mentioned in Rogue One.
Oh, that's all I'm saying. Oh, so it was mentioned in Rogue One.
Yeah, so this is the first
Oh,
one.
I Chumrit Imwe mentioned it.
Right. Lando's robot L3 is the first of its kind to include a fully working robotic sex organ. This is a custom piece that Lando bought from a Tradorian porn dealer.
That's a great...
True or
See,
false?
Why aren't you writing these films? That's a great made-up name for a race of aliens. False.
That's false.
Yes! A Tradorian? Who am I?
I was just sitting on the toilet this morning and was trying to
Thinking
think of
of-
alien races.
Nice.
I came up with Tradorian. Deal with it.
Also includes vulgar vagina joke. Bingo, it's John.
Did you notice how I changed vagina to sex organ?
Yes. Don't
know,
think you're getting away from me.
Covering all bases.
Of course you are.
Han Solo grabs Princess Leia's breasts during the Battle of Endor.
What relation has that got to the
True or false?
True?
Apparently true.
I've seen it.
I know. That's it. That's all I've got. That was a bit of trivia on IMDb.
And she looks down Like for a split second. Can you not remember that?
No, I can't.
It's when they get ambushed by the Imperials and she takes the gun out and says, I know you love me. I know something.
All right.
I love you. That's
Okay,
a great
okay.
bit. I love it.
Beat.
I think it is anyway.
There was a sex scene that was cut out of the film involving Chewbacca and his wife. Actor Jonas Suetamo studied bears mating to prepare for the scene.
How fucking stupid do you think I am? False.
That's false.
Yes.
Have you got anything to
So
say
the
on
2 points you've made up include
that?
vaginas
You've got there.
and sex.
What's the John trivia false parameters?
Is it less than 10 words long? Is John looking at his iPad to read it off a script? And thirdly, does it involve boobs or some sort of sexual organ?
Moving on. Hand shot first. True or false?
True.
It's true.
True.
I'm happy about. We'll discuss that. Right. Do you want to hit up some film conversation?
Beat points.
So hopefully you've seen the film, people. If you listen to this, what we're going to do is Beat's made some points. I've got a few points. We'll just discuss them.
It's not a comedy, so I made points.
Beat turns his brain off when we're doing any sort of comedy, so that fucking episode's knackered.
Do you remember that bit was funny? Oh, I love that joke. That joke was really
So
funny.
we're never going to do a comedy, is that what you say?
That joke wasn't too good, was it? But
So
that
we're never
one,
going to do a comedy.
we can't.
Right, okay.
It doesn't work unless we change as people, and we never will.
Hurry this shit up out with Orange Lucas here.
Lighting is used for plot point, but couldn't make out actors' faces in first chase scene.
Right.
Do you feel that? Like
Yeah,
when they're in the blue
I
dome.
thought it was very, very. Yeah, it was dark,
I
wasn't it?
couldn't see a fucking thing. Now I understand that's
What?
because the vampire centipede is going to get burned alive.
Yeah, but that was the whole thing, wasn't it?
But that's still, I mean, in Filmmaking 101, you have to light people's faces.
Did you not think it was a cool little scene?
Don't you need to see a face to see an actor?
What do you think of the worm thing?
Cool, I guess. I thought it was practical for a second because it was in dark light, and that's the magic
was
of
there
CGI.
not bits? I think it was practical.
No.
I think it was a little bit practicality in there.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I do.
I
honestly
think
do.
there was, but they'll do what
They'll love it. Like Ron Howard loves it.
they'll do what
Ron
happened.
Howard loves it.
They'll do what happened on the set of The Thing, where the new thing, where they got complete practical makeup for everything, but then just
And then
plastered over it
chucked
with
it.
CGI.
Fuck.
I think that will happen because they can use that in the making of documentary 2 weeks before release, and everybody thinks, "Wow, this has all got practical effects in," but then you realise it's all CGI
I get
shit.
you. I get you.
I'm calling you out, Jurassic Park, the new ones. I'm calling you
Are
out.
we going to see the new Jurassic Park?
Absolutely not.
I've got no one to see it.
I think it died for us when I saw a T-Rex getting shipped out of a big Amazon box at the
Li-
premiere.
At least she's not wearing high heels in this one.
Great stuff.
Okay, let's go.
Where was that? Next point. Happy that, of course, Han's introduction is while stealing something, but could have been slower. I'm talking your raiders. I'm talking your slow reveal.
Yeah, but that works. But to be fair, you knew Indiana Jones was being played by Harrison Ford, didn't you?
You didn't.
Did you not?
You thought it was going to be the guy with the mustache.
I don't know what you mean.
It was going to be a different actor at the
Oh,
time.
and then you got the reveal of that, right? That's cool.
There was
I like
massive
that.
speculation it wasn't going to be Harrison Ford.
Right, that's cool. That's really, really
It was
cool.
the guy with the mustache.
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. That's exactly right. No, it's not. Moving on. Love how the Imperial March is
come-
played.
Sorry, B.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Alden Ehrenreich now?
Alden.
Since we're on him.
Ehrenreich.
What did you think of his portrayal as Solo?
Not bad.
I enjoyed
Good.
him. I really enjoyed him.
Not distracting and kind of enjoyable for the film.
I thought he was great. I thought he
Fine.
was great. I thought he was fine.
Could have been played better by background, probably, but didn't
Could have been played a lot worse.
distract.
Sorry, B.
Didn't distract from the film.
Yeah, I thought he was cool. I
Main
enjoyed
purpose.
when he was on screen. Next one.
Not Harrison Ford though,
Well, come on.
but that's unfair.
Harrison Ford's the coolest person ever.
True.
Just got off Alden. We watched the Raiders trilogy.
Incredible.
I put out the fans and people were putting their favourite trilogies in. That's up there for me. I don't know about you.
I like it.
Although I did realise how bad the second film was when I watched that.
The third one's
The third one's
Good.
okay.
no, it's good. It's real good.
But like, we're not going to go into it.
got Sean
My mates
Connery.
said the third one's the best one.
Shocking. Hate that. The
Raiders
second
is
one's
unreal.
terrible.
Yeah.
The first one's the best
Okay.
by a mile, and one of my favourite films of all time.
We're not talking about Raiders. Let's move on.
Love how the Imperial March is played as a recruitment song.
That's great. Love little Easter egg. Nice. Enjoyed it.
I also felt like PV was. It was like Join now,
Join
like
now,
like
yeah.
a propaganda.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
centre.
Ron Howard's got the nuts. He's got the nuts to stand up to Kathleen Kennedy in this.
Kerning.
Oh, I'm doing so well.
Solo origin. Opinions?
What?
The Solo origin. Han Solo.
Oh.
He's called Solo because
Oh, right.
he doesn't have a
There
family.
was hell on about this, wasn't there?
Really? I think it's an okay explanation.
Because didn't people fight? Didn't this get leaked early, and everyone was like, "Why are they changing Solo's last name?"
Ooh, unless the leak that there was a different reason.
It might have been in trailer or something, but it got leaked, and there was hell on like Reddit and everywhere.
Right.
Now I don't mind it. I think it's good.
I think it's fine. I
think
think it
it's
might have been
fine,
done in the
don't
comic
mind it.
books.
Yeah.
Maybe a different reason for why he's called Solo.
No, you would hide your name if you were signed up to the Empire.
Also, you wouldn't. I mean, that place the shithole comes from, so he's just called Han, isn't he? I
Aye.
guess.
But he's got no. No, he said he had a dad. He mentioned his dad. His dad said he
He
worked.
had a dad. What? Like he didn't have a dad?
Well, no, I
was
mean,
he burned out
I
in
mean,
the
like
fucking sky?
he was living in bloody.
Bloody. Where's he bloody living, mate?
He was living in like the slums, wasn't he?
Oh, them bloody
Sure.
slams. Carillion.
I know. Anyways, Dad worked on the Millennium Falcon.
Did oh
That was
true.
said.
Aye,
That's
you're
why he's
exactly
got,
right.
That's why he's got an affinity to the Millennium Falcon.
Right, so that makes no sense. So he did have a family.
Apparently so. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Moving on. Could have used the flight school for more than just a mention. Jump cut joke or Vader appearance. So you can
Yes,
see it now.
You were wanting to see this Vader
I mean,
appearance.
you don't have to go, oh my god, let's fan appeasement, let's just put Vader in. But what I wanted was, in the flight school, you can see him, like, get there, day one, he's, like, ready to go, he's going to be here for the long haul, and someone asks him to do something, and he goes to open his mouth, and the next jump cut we have is him infantry on the floor getting shot at in the
that could be
mud.
cool,
Isn't
yeah.
that a good
yes,
joke?
Yeah, like it's been
Or-
done a lot before.
True, but I like to see little inventive stuff like that. It's not inventive, it's done before, but I don't want to talk
Can I
about.
make a point as well?
Yeah.
Before, because I think that I've got this is my first point. I don't know whether I missed it. A Bosk mention.
It's coming up.
Have you got that? Is that that's later on, isn't it?
A little bit.
This is before the bloody dice. What's the dice crack all about? Like, you know, the golden dice, was that just for the Last Jedi?
The dice, right?
Is that were they in the original Millennium Falcon?
Yes.
But they were just there for the crack and
They were like fuzzy dice.
right.
But George Lucas said they can't have fuzzy dice, let's have space dice.
Right.
So he's got little golden dice in the Millennium Falcon.
Right, okay.
So what happened was millions and millions of dedicated Star Wars fans went on the forums and said, these dice have got this backstory. And then what the comics did was, the fans love these dice for some reason,
Right.
they create this backstory. Let's work it into a comic book. And then it's becoming into the heart of Star Wars.
His lucky dice.
These are his lucky dice.
Right, I've got you.
How we got them? Well, if we had a solo Star Wars story, we'd be able to find out. But no, it's been hidden from us.
Right, okay.
I think they're also used to win the Millennium Falcon, but they weren't in this film, so that's not true.
What, the dice?
The dice were used to win the Falcon.
They're in this film?
Yeah, but they're not used in the film to win the Falcon.
I was going to say.
But I thought
He
that's
gives
what
them
it
to
was.
the last, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he gets them back. That's how you know she's on his side.
Kira.
Kira. Next point. Or what I was getting at is, could have been a Vader appearance. Literally, I didn't want him to meet at all.
Just like a...
Just walks past a corridor. He's down a long corridor. He's trying to concentrate in flight school and over
Because
his
it would
shoulder.
still be young Vader, wouldn't it?
It would just be Vader.
Yeah, but like... Aye.
You know what I mean?
30
It'd be
years younger
young,
Vader.
young. I
Yeah.
just made Vader.
Like a very, very angry Vader. He's always angry.
Always
but,
angry.
But
He's
like
always
really,
angry.
really angry Vader.
Real angry Vader. But he just walks down a corridor, and that's all you see.
That comic that you told me about, that I would love to see a film on that. When
Vader down.
Yeah, when he gets dropped in and has to
Has
fight.
to annihilate 500 rebel soldiers on a planet by
It
himself.
looks cool.
Very cool. Anyway, moving on. Next point. Cool peek behind the curtain of what Imperial ground war is like. I
Yeah.
love when that stuff's done. Bringing the wars to Star Wars.
Was it Kashyyyk or not?
No, it wasn't.
Was it
It's
not?
called Minamar or something.
Was it?
Minmam or something.
So I was like, that's Kashyyyk.
We thought it was Kashyyyk, and you said that to me in the cinema, and I was like, you clever boy. This is how he meets
Chewbacca.
Chewie. And obviously he's going to kind of fight him and save his life, because he has to have like a debt to him, which would be a strong enough friendship bond to live together like they did. But it wasn't, because that makes no sense. Meeting Chewie felt too fast and not that special. Just a necessity for the rest of the movie to commence.
Yeah.
I felt it could have been done better rather than just 5 minutes they meet together. Like, that's what makes them bond. Obviously, it's the kind of
He did-
adventures that go on after that.
He
but
got he got him out though.
he did get him out, but I felt that was quite a
I've
inconsequential
got a point
thing.
here. Didn't they make a big deal about Chewbacca owing him a life debt? So that's why he doesn't leave his side. And did we see that here? Is the life debt when he gets out that?
You might be thinking of
No, this is definitely.
Knights of the Old Republic. Z has a life debt to
I
one
know,
of the
but
characters in that.
I know, but that's what Chewbacca did as well.
Has a life debt to Salt Han.
Just Han. That's why he doesn't leave his side.
So that's what
Because
I thought would.
it's either when he sees him on the bloody train,
Right.
when he pulls him up,
Right.
or just getting him out of that pit. But they didn't make a big deal about it.
That's what I'm
never
saying.
It never got mentioned.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh well. Next point. Bosk. He's in.
Bosk got to mention. Is that when he said this year
We should have
we should have got Bosk or
Yeah,
the
like
Satani
someone
sisters or
else.
something.
Someone else. I like it.
I would have enjoyed to see some of the original bounty hunters.
We'll get that in the Boba Fett film. They're definitely making.
Right. Okay. I get it.
Because that's cool.
So they're holding off for that, are they?
Now I love the idea of the warlords. Well, not warlords, but they're all these like different gang members are kind of starting to control.
Would we see Vader in the Boba Fett film, Joe?
We could do. The Empire aren't opposed to hiring
Yeah.
meaningless scum to do the dirty work, which I love that stuff. But I'd love to see the seedy underbelly and all these different Boba Fett, different bounty hunter stories. It'd be cool as hell. Woody Harrelson is alleged. Thought it was Boba
Always.
Fett at first. You only had the two guns out and he was shooting everyone.
Alright.
Like Boba
That
Fett
would-
has
that
two
would have been-
guns
That would have been interesting.
in the first film. In the
But I don't
second
know
film.
I don't know how they could have done it. Woody Harrelson's great
I've
in
no
anything
idea.
he does. There you go.
Legendary.
Said it.
Absolutely
Have you seen
legendary.
the oh Christ,
White
what's
Men Can't Jump.
True Detective season 1
Yes.
is one of my favourite TV series I've watched. I'm going to come back to that. Excellent, well worth a watch. Pick if you've got nothing to do.
Rust.
And then who else? Who's the dude with him? It's not Christian.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Rust?
Unbelievable in it.
Rust Coleman or something.
That was when he was on the like that. He came off the back of doing
The one where he's got HIV.
yes, I can't remember what it's called.
Ah.
It's got Jared Leto in as well.
Yes. Jared Leto won like some sort of.
Yeah, came off the back of that. He
Award.
was hot off the press. He's great in True Detective. Give it a watch, people. Moving on.
Dallas
Buyers Club.
Buyers Club. Similar to Rogue One, I hate when characters I don't care about die and the film expects an emotional response. Difference here, we only knew them for 5 minutes rather than an entire movie trying to set them up as
Yeah,
characters.
I know what you mean. But they had to set up the group, didn't they?
They had to
It's
have
a little
the,
bit of a.
they had to have
It's
the
a bit of a
pilot
short. It's a
die.
bit of a shortcut. I know what you're saying though. That's one of the problems with the film. And that's probably the problem with film currently.
Well, having to set a plot in
You haven't.
in
They're
a
trying
decline
to do
of-
that much. They haven't got the time to set up these character deaths.
Right. I like it. That's a good reason. Paul Bettany exercising the old Marvel Star Wars contract clause.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
That was it. That's the point.
He wasn't going to be the main villain in this, you know.
Was he not?
I can't-
was
I can't remember.
Enfys Ness or whatever?
No, there was a dude who was meant to be fully CGI, but they pulled it. And
Clever.
Ron Howard got Paul Bettany in because he worked with him
Ooh.
before.
So Ron Howard made the changes
Yeah.
to
He
reshoot
says,
everything.
we haven't got time to get the CGI villain in. Or the guy dropped out. He says, Paul Bettany, you're in.
So
Do us a job.
right.
Do me a job.
So I'd love to see the state of this film before Ron Howard came
he
in,
came in
and we should really.
for what he's done, B.
This film is a masterpiece.
For what he's
this is
done.
like Aliens 3.
Because it was fucked. It was
It
fucked.
was fucked. Is this Aliens 3?
He's made a bloody enjoyable film out of it.
Right.
Fair dues to him.
Ron Howard, we salute you. We love you. Let's get one up, yeah. What are the chances that Han's original plan to steal superfuel, or whatever that item is, to get off his planet, is the same resource he randomly has to steal a larger quantity of? Rather than nitpicking this plot hole, the point I really want to make is that Han Solo only tries to steal one resource throughout the entire
Yeah.
film.
Is that maybe hyperfuel's maybe like the oil,
Right.
so that you couldn't
I
go.
thought ships didn't have fuel in them. But then
Yeah.
The Last Jedi
How
made
would
that
ships not have fuel in them?
because it's the future and science of create these never-ending
Are
engines.
you thinking like you shit into a toilet and that fuels your ship for like 10 years?
You're thinking on my wavelength now. I thought it was going to include a dick joke, but you've held off. Shit'll do.
What do you think of Lando?
Lando's coming up.
Donald Glover.
Next point. Enjoy Glover's portrayal of Lando. problem I have with it, the scene he's introduced in, I have no idea how to place a backed, so I must be told who wins rather than shown by laying cards out on a table. Same thing happens in Casino Royale.
Yes.
Oh my god, he's
I
got
love that.
a royal
bloody-
flush.
But you
James Bond, Daniel Craig needs a royal super flush to win the game.
I find that very funny in film. I
Dude,
enjoy
I
it.
hate exposition
I do.
like that.
I enjoy exposition like that.
When you've got
Casino Royale, when you've got the dude, the
yeah,
FBI
the
agent
setup
talking to the lads.
to Eva Green.
Hey, this is a royal. He needs a diamond.
He needs a diamond flush to win this game. He's got it.
What's the difference between Sabak and
Yes.
Pazak?
Pazak's unreal.
Can you remember
and I know
Pazak
exactly
of
how to
Knights of the
play
Old Republic?
Pazak. I know exactly how to play
But
Pazak.
it was always Sabak.
Sabaked.
Or whatever it was from the start. That's what he says when he meets him in Empire.
Yes. Empire? New Hope?
New Hope, sorry, yeah.
Wait.
No, Empire. Doesn't meet him in New
I
Hope.
can't remember when he explains how he won them Falcon.
Right. Oh, but he might
No, it
explain.
could be Empire.
Explain it in New Hope.
Could
but
be
we bet
Empire.
him in Empire.
Next.
Also, sorry, I want to chime in.
Yes.
Originally, Han Solo was meant to be a green alien,
Yes.
and that
A
got,
Rodin, I believe.
and then that got changed to a black actor,
Right.
and then that got changed to Harrison Ford when he made the role his own.
Right. There you
And
go.
so, and that's where Lando Calrissian came in because he was originally going to be
Han.
Gonna be Han.
I mean, he is very Han-like. Also, why doesn't Kira? I think she might try to signal this to him, but say that Lando Calrissian's definitely going to cheat in this game, and you're not going to win.
I don't
Like,
I
how
don't
does
get
he not
Kira.
expect to have like?
I don't get. Is she a apprentice or not? I don't know.
We'll talk about that later. L3 is an interesting character that I can see the large demographic of hardcore Star Wars fans loving.
Right.
Sarcasm. For real, not against the message.
Just
Just
got to
re-
hit you up here, Ron. You probably
not
pushed
Ron's
it.
fault. Probably not.
Do you know Kathleen Kennedy said you need this in, and
Maybe-
he's trying to do it there.
I'm not blaming Kathleen Kennedy,
It was
but I
very,
don't know
very
if it's wrong.
forced.
For real though, not against the message, just would enjoy a little more subtlety and
Yeah.
intelligence in delivering it, rather than making me eye roll throughout the
I
film.
didn't like L3 in this.
Oof, not good.
I did not like it.
He's an
Um,
agenda. He's a very political statement in a
Very
Star
weird.
Wars film where I just want to enjoy lightsabers. Here it is again. Here it is again.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep on shouting that rather than be a normal character.
I mean, I don't get it. Was he in a relationship with L3?
I mean, I've got no problem with that. I mean, it's Lando Calrissian.
I know.
He's like that.
Yeah, I know
I
that,
understand
Just
that.
how would it work?
I don't know. He's got a
There's
sex.
no
it's got a-
Tradorian sex dealers.
You
How would
know
it
what
work?
I mean, man? Do you need to have a sexual relationship to be in love at all, John? I think what's stating.
I don't know. Right, let's go.
Who was doing the makeup for female Wookiee thought I was watching Harry and the Hendersons for 2 minutes. How bad was that female Wookiee?
Weird, like it looked
Terrible.
weird. I've got to say that.
Did they have sex? What did you say in True or False Trivia?
Two bears.
Two bears fucking.
Jonas Suotamo. I love him, by the way. What a legend.
Who's Jonas Suotamo?
the guy who plays Chewbacca now?
Oh, the Swedish or,
Yes,
or
what a legend.
Scandinavian
Did you see him
guy.
at the NBA final?
Yeah,
So
just
he
in
just
full
turned up in
gear,
he turned up in full
sweating
gear,
his
sweating.
balls off.
What an advertisement campaign.
How much are they paying him? The balls on these writers, it's one thing to make a polarising character, it's another to immortalise that character within the Millennium Falcon.
So now this is the point you were making.
She's
that
in-
She's now in the
in-
lore of Star Wars.
And she's in the fourth, fifth and sixth film, like, forever.
Nah, I'm not against it.
I guess.
At least she doesn't talk anymore.
She doesn't talk, she's just a computer, so it's actually terrifying.
Yes.
It might just be me and the amount of time I've had to imagine what Han did.
I just imagine, sorry, B, I just
Yeah.
imagine Lando Calrissian just like opening a portal.
One bit. Ah, I love it. Or even Han to get his own back. It might just be me and the amount of time I've had to imagine what Han did to complete the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
Yeah.
But I don't think going through a cloud, injecting super juice into the engine, turning sideways and hitting hyperspace cuts it. Also, did we really need a big CGI
I thought
space
12
monster?
parsecs was like that.
Yes,
It felt like it's 25 minutes.
So 12 parsecs, which I thought, right, when I was a kid, I thought the Kessel Run was a spaceship obstacle course.
Aye, something like that.
And I also thought 12 parsecs was a distance, measurement of time,
Right, so it'd be
It's
like
a-
10 seconds.
but it's a measurement of distance.
I mean, you could have cooked a fucking boiled egg by the time you got through the fucking 12 parsecs. I don't know.
But in my head, he'd done this amazing fucking obstacle course.
And all we've got's a cloud.
We've got a cloud! And he
And a
turns,
monster.
he turns sideways like he did in the first part of the film. Do you get it?
I get it.
Anyway,
Was that
moving on.
discuss Donald Glover's Lando Calrissian? Are you getting on to that point or not? Have you missed it?
The point I made was enjoy Glover's portrayal of Lando. That's
yeah,
all
he
I
was
said.
great. He was great. There you
He
go.
was fine. He's
Okay.
a good actor. Not great. He's good.
Moving on.
Moving on. Don't understand the significance of a bad guy being a girl, but hey ho. So Elfus Nest. Or whatever. Infus Nest.
What's
El
Enfist Nest?
Right.
The
Took
big-
off a helmet.
Is she like canon in the comics
No,
or Rebels?
probably not.
The big
But-
reveal. We looked at each other and was like, "What's this?"
She
reveal
took off a
about?
helmet
It's
and
just
there was
that
like,
she's
there was
a young girl.
a dramatic climax, and I was like, "What is that? Is she meant to be someone I know?"
Nah, it's just because she's a young girl.
But
we
it's
were
a
expecting
girl.
badass
But then I was
bounty
like, hold on. If they try to promote kind of young women, why are they making it like a special thing when she takes off a helmet? I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all.
Do you see Warwick Davis's gun twice the size of him?
Unreal. Love
Unreal,
it.
love it.
I'm glad they gave him Warwick
He
Davis.
was in Willow as well with Ron Howard. This like
What is Willow?
It's like a fantasy film. Not seen it? It's like
No.
a legendary Sunday film.
Like legend.
It's a legendary Sunday film.
Right.
It's on Channel 5 at 5 p.m. every Sunday.
Okay. Wow. Second and last point. Hand shot first. Now this is great.
This was probably my favourite part of the
It
film.
was, and it's true to the character. It tells you stuff about the character without actually having exposition. I should teach you a lesson. He shoots him first. That's perfect. He's
Is there
learned a
anyone
lesson.
beat happier in life than Harrison Ford right now?
He loves it.
He never has to answer that question
Never
again.
again. Jesus Christ, these stupid nerds don't have to come to us and say anything.
Unreal.
And it's great because that's the end of his arc and the
Yeah.
start of his new one. It sets the character up perfectly. Doesn't Casino Royales.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's great stuff.
Got ya.
I think it's excellent.
I thought
Well
it was- I
written.
thought it
And
was-
it's probably Ron Howard. Probably.
Definitely.
Anything good with the film is getting attributed to Ron
can you
Howard
think
now.
that Kathleen Kennedy's like, oh, I don't think this is a good idea?
No, I don't think Kathleen Kennedy's like that. I don't think she's a creative influence. I think she's just money lady.
Right, okay.
Not to disparage
But,
getting money for a film's easy, but I don't think she's creative.
Do you know this is the first Star Wars film to bomb?
Did it bomb? I
in-
thought it made
no,
271 million.
80 million. It bombed on opening release. First week it made 80 million.
I thought it had a good
No,
opening
it's-
weekend.
it's getting up there, but it's still the worst out of all of them since Return of the Jedi.
From
Don't worry.
Wikipedia, it cost $250 to make, and is currently sitting at 271.
271.
But
So they made 21 million. That's not good.
but yeah, so no, that's like minus 100.
I think a lot of people. It wasn't necessarily. I think a lot of people were pissed off with the Last Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of people weren't that bothered about a solo film.
You have to think though. I think what the algorithm is, you have to take whatever it costs to make and you double it because that's advertising cost.
Right. Okay.
So they've lost 220 million.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Right.
But
What were you saying? Sorry,
No,
the point there
look,
before.
I can't remember.
Sorry. Right.
Should we run through my points?
I've got one last point.
One more point.
Darth Maul looks
Oh,
like Peter
shit.
Stormare. Oh shit! Oh wait, the whole thing's been
It's all
spoiled.
it's fine.
Darth Maul looks like Peter Stormare.
Google Peter Stormare.
Right.
Ray Parker has not aged well.
Ray Park hasn't aged well. We thought he was CGI.
No, but was he not CGI?
No, he's not. I don't think so. Why does he
The
look
problem-
like so
He
old?
looks like that because he's had his legs chopped off, been through hell, and he's still living to tell the tale.
Right.
That's why he looks that bad beat.
Got it.
What did you think of the Darth Maul reveal? Did it
Weird.
bother you? I thought it was weird. I thought it was the Emperor.
It's crazy that we've got Han Solo.
I thought it was the Emperor, mate. Do you think that would have made more
I
sense?
thought it was the Emperor. That was the setup. I'm
Oh,
serving a
right,
Dark
right,
Lord.
okay.
It's going to be Vader, or
And
it's
then
going to be the
fucking
Emperor.
Bang. Darth Maul's a legend in all the rebels and stuff, isn't he?
I guess what they've done is they've taken a terrible character and completely rechanged him through the use of better minds.
They've given Obi-Wan a villain as well. The Obi-Wan film.
Yes.
He's full of hatred for Obi-Wan. That's what happened. But, that's his hatred for Obi-Wan kept him alive.
Yes.
And then he fell down into some junkyard, built himself some
Spider legs.
His mum and brother. What's his brother called? Opress.
Savage Oppress.
Savage Oppress. Kind of saved him, gave him new legs,
Spoilers, by the way.
stopped him from going crazy because he was going mental.
Yeah.
And then now he's just chasing. Fucking
now
Now apparently he's in control of this red crimson fucking thing.
Now this is like so. Is Kira?
Kira. What do you think of her? Emilia Clarke.
She
in
was
this?
good.
Yeah, good.
I think she was given more than because I thought she was just going to be Solo's girl.
Yeah.
And that's it, like a plain.
So is she a Sith?
So I'm guessing she's been trained, and I like.
Although I don't think he's a Sith anymore, Darth Maul.
Mm,
I think he's his own thing.
Did he call himself Maul? No, he isn't. He isn't a Sith anymore.
He's not a Sith anymore.
He's just called
so
Maul.
I don't think he might be training her to fight and stuff like that, but I don't
She
think
can't be a Sith if he's
don't
not
think
a
she's a
Sith.
Sith, she's
Because
just working
isn't
for
there
him.
like a thing called the Rule of Two, where you have a master and apprentice in Sith like shit?
Yeah. So if he's not a Sith, he can't do
But
that.
she had some moves,
got some moves.
but like Sith moves,
Yeah,
which is cool.
I like that.
So I wouldn't mind seeing her in a film with him, being her apprentice.
She's gonna come back in the Obi-Wan film, isn't she?
That would be cool. And speculation,
Will
spoilers, tune out.
Will we see Alden Ehrenreich in the Obi-Wan film as well?
No, don't want to see that.
No, we can't because
He'd be a weird doing schmuggly stuff. He can be mentioned.
we might see him a little bit. I want to see him. I like him.
I'm happy with what they've done.
This was meant to be a trilogy, though, wasn't it?
I can't be doing that. I just want like a Star Wars story solo
The
film.
solo film is meant to be a trilogy.
The irony.
There you go.
The irony in the name.
There you go.
Points making, by the way. Spoilers maybe.
Mhm.
Kira, as I like saying.
Kira.
Tune out now if you don't want to know this, even though you probably put it together, is meant to be Rey's mum.
I've seen this.
Which is kind of like, I mean, what reveal can you do?
I'm confident, Pete, that J.J. Abrams is going to save us. I think he's going to bring it all back. And
7 out of
and give us
10.
a 7 out of 10 for the third film. That's all I want. I don't want any fucking. I want a lot of fan service.
Do you think he can?
I want another Death Star.
Do you think-
I don't give a shit, right? Just give us. Let me leave that theatre going. I like the music. I like the scenes.
I like
I had a good
lightsabers.
time.
Yeah, problem, John. In a saga spanning 3 films, every plot point he set up in the first one has been cut loose
Yeah.
in the
Which I
second.
just don't
So
understand.
how can he finish this? Snoke comes back. It was a hologram.
They're going to retcon it. They're gonna kind of retcon it.
They have to set up another 3 films with arcs, I guess.
If they set up a third film, would you be? Oh, it's been said that. It's been stated that they're not gonna. This is just gonna be a trilogy. They're not gonna continue like Rey's story
Really?
and all that. It's been said.
Oh well.
I think they're gonna go totally new on the next trilogy, which Ryan Johnson's been given 3 films. Did you know that?
Yeah, that was before the
But
backlash.
maybe I will say maybe that if Ryan Johnson's got his 3 films to do his own thing,
Mhm.
it might be better than having to do a sequel film in the middle.
Right, I understand. Them 3 films, by the way, they were greenlit before the backlash, before
Right, so
anybody had seen
You
Last
think that it
Jedi.
might not happen?
Yes, they're definitely not going to.
Okay, Kathleen Kennedy loves them though.
Kathleen Kennedy's on the boat out. The boat, according to the Sun.
Which we hate, by the way.
We do not stand with.
Get rid of the sun.
Get rid of the moon.
Boss mentioned that, by the
Oh,
way.
joke.
Aye, Boss
What?
mentioned that.
What does Boss mention?
I put in the FPL on the Talking Crass and to run by the sun. There's like
The
Liverpool
FPL?
the Liverpool supporters won't go in it, which is fair. I totally
I
understand
love
that.
wait, no, is it conviction?
Yeah.
I love the
Which is
conviction
fucking
of every
only-
Liverpool
which
fan.
is only right, by the way, because they're absolutely
The fuck
awful fucking people.
it was
at the Sun.
due to Hillsborough, wasn't
Hillsborough,
it?
aye, they just lied. They
I
lied about
love the
things.
conviction of every Liverpool supporter that they go the scum. Like, I love
Made
that.
to do worse than that to it.
Ah,
Right, here's my points anyway.
yes.
I hated Lando's robot.
Yep.
I hate you. I know. wasn't too happy about that.
I hate you. I know. Was
Did
that
you
a
hear that?
no? Was that a solo?
Between Saul and Lando, at the end.
Was that a Princess Leia callback?
Lando goes, "I hate you," and he goes, "I know."
Wow, that was so blandly delivered. I
Yes.
can't remember that at all.
It did happen. It did happen.
Wow.
What do you think of the Woody Harrelson turn?
Makes sense. You've got to think.
Enjoyed
Enfys
it.
Ness killed his wife, so that made sense to. I was thinking,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
hasn't he killed Enfys Ness already? But
That's
then he
fair.
realised in his brain he was going to betray them all that long, so that makes sense to us.
Enfys Ness reveal we've talked about.
Yeah,
Darth Maul and Emilia Clarke.
weird. He's old, but I'm in for it.
I mean, was Greedo in the end fight?
What fight? Oh, in the prisoner camp.
Aye.
I didn't see
I
it.
thought I spotted Greedo.
I didn't see
I might
any
be wrong.
Rodan.
Might be worth a second watch to look at that.
Okay.
And then, handshot first, favourite part.
Yeah, I like it.
And then I've got points in story overall. What do you think of the plot overall? Did a decent job?
Yeah, I mean, other than one
For what they had to-
resource being the
for what they
entire
had to work-
fulcrum.
For what they had to work with. I'm
Paul
happy.
Bettany's good.
I'm all
I like
good.
how he's like, oh, I'm really sorry about your wife, and he's really caring.
And
But then he's
the
like,
angrier he gets, the redder his face.
I guess. But then his eyes get red, I think. But then he's like, if
What-
you betray us again, you're dead.
What was the point you were making about like Lobot?
Oh, right. So in Rogue One, right, there was these robots
We're
which
talking
have
about the Empire. We're talking about with the. We're talking about the Empire dude.
Lobo.
Lando's Empire.
Lando's friend
Second in command.
Lobo has
Second
literally
command.
got his brain taken out. He was a human being and a robot chip put in
Lobot? Lobotomized?
there. Lobotomized. He gets
oh,
it.
it's just gone. I've caught it.
He
It's
gets it. Anyway, in Rogue One, there was these humanoid creatures with half the heads chopped off, and they were going to be in Rogue One, but people went, whoa, that's really tough for children to... Because that's a horrific thing. Imagine being
Yeah, so they pulled it.
Imagine being a human being, you're taken in, you get your brain chopped out, and you're a goddamn servant. That's horrendous. It's
Scary
too hard
time.
for children. But people found out they were going to be in Rogue One because of a book came out, right?
Right.
In a concept art. What they did was they took them and put them in Paul Bettany's yacht. And I'm like, yes, get in. There's
Yes,
a
they're in
there's
there.
a lobotomized human. I'm out of the moon. They've got the balls to put them in this one.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it all. So, I'm just come down. I'm scrolling through the Twitter to try and find our fan questions.
Of course you are. Do you want us to pause the episode right
Pause,
now?
we'll come back.
See you later, people. We're back.
Final ratings, Beat.
Final ratings. I'm giving you 3 points.
Give us 3 points of and why it's going where it's going to go.
Performances from main characters portraying heroes of my lifetime characters weren't bad.
Not bad.
Didn't distract.
Not bad.
Second, Ron Howard did it. He reshot enough. Paul Bettany's great. Not a CGI monster. The plot, each little bit and connected with each other. It came at the cost of certain things, such as I
That
guess.
we can look past it, but it's not like ridiculous plot holes.
Not at all. Not at all. So it was a competent story.
Mm-hmm.
I can do without L3.
Cool little Darth Maul at the end.
Little Darth Maul's cool. And everything kind of makes sense. You did
There
a
you
good
go.
job. It was a funnish ride.
I'm actually interested to see what you're going to put it down to. I'm just over the moon with Ron Howard. I think he's took a film which was absolutely doomed, and he's getting stick because of it failing at the box office. But it's not a bad film. This is not a bad film.
Also, do we give this film a better review because it was an absolute Titanic
Can you
job?
remember what you'd give Rogue One?
5 out of 10.
Did you?
Or maybe a 4. I'm not a
can't-
fan of Rogue One.
We did Rogue One, didn't we?
Quick synopsis of Rogue One for me, my point of view. It has characters in it, sets up the entire film based on these characters dying at the end.
more than
Spoilers.
I enjoyed this more than Rogue One.
I enjoyed this more than Rogue One as well.
And if you take the Darth Vader bit out of Rogue One, I think it's a very average film.
Very average.
Very, very
It
average.
hinges on you liking characters, which die at the end.
Yep.
And I didn't enjoy the
Okay.
characters.
How then? What are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, we're going Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. It's a good film.
It's a good Idris Elba.
And it should be, I'll drink to that, a great film because it was an absolute Titanic job.
I was debating I'll drink to that, but
Because
the,
Ron
but
Howard
the films
came
we've got
in-
in I'll drink to that. It's not as good as.
Ron Howard came in and salvaged it, but I'm not going to give it props for that.
No, you've got to
knowledge.
judge it by a film.
Judge
not
it by a
book.
film by itself.
It's a good film.
It's a good film.
It's an Idris Elba.
It surprised us. I had good expectations, but it surprised us.
You just want to leave. You want to watch a Star Wars film and leave and go, that's decent. Let's have some
alright.
talking points about it.
Okay.
You want to leave it like we've been shot in the gut and we're trying to find the nearest hospital.
I like it.
Right, so there you go, Idris Elba, people.
Well
Should we want
done.
some fan questions, Beat?
Let us begin.
Beat. We've got at NTFTT pod here.
Yes, sir.
Fellow members of the Loosely Connected network, give them a follow
Let
and a
know.
listen. Great podcast. They said, what is your best Han Solo/Solo Cup pun? Do you want to pause it while I come up with puns,
I'm going
Beat?
to pause it right now because 10 minutes.
10 seconds. Mine's so bad.
It took me 1 second, took Ton. It took Ton 10 seconds. First one from me. Han is doing shots first. You, John.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What does that mean? What is that? Say that again.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What the hell's a cup? Oh,
That's not coming. It's the best I've got, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, can we get any lightsaber ones in there?
terrible. No, it's got to be cup related.
Mine was cup related.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
I don't know. Pint saber.
Terrible.
Moving on. It's harder than what you think. We've got just another game blog here. Nick has hit us up. He says, have we reached saturation point with Star Wars films? Force Awakens and even Last Jedi felt like big one-off events, but now Disney is just cranking them out. So they don't feel special, and they're only focusing on stories of already well-known characters. Do you think that this is bombed because of people being not interested in Star Wars stories?
I couldn't agree more. What they're doing is...
A lot of people will disagree with your beat. I'll play devil's advocate here
Okay.
and say, what a time to be alive. We're getting Star Wars films all the time. The lore's getting bigger. We get to go and see a film about our favourite characters. It expands the lore. We have a good time.
True.
We don't have to wait 10 years for a film. That's what people say.
I'll come back to you with my saber analogy.
Right.
Mud is not special because there's a lot of it. Diamonds are because they're finite. If you have a resource which you don't show us often, we get anticipatory.
Right.
We look forward to when it ignites.
Yep.
And you keep it for that one point in the film when it does ignite.
So what about Attack the Clones?
Basically, what they're doing is...
Remember that
you've
time
got-
when we couldn't find the first prequel films we had to Attack the Clones?
We're looking for Darth Maul's face on
Fuck's
the disc.
sake. Anyway, moving
Anyway,
on.
point I'm making is you've got fine wine, which is Star Wars, and you're adding water to it. Water is the clusterfuck of every Star Wars.
So you
story.
disagree with all these?
Yes.
But you had a good time watching Solo.
I don't disagree with them. I'm just saying spread them out. But that said, spread them out. That said, I'm not tired of superhero films anytime soon.
Nah.
I keep on watching them and keep enjoying them, but I don't think they're a masterpiece.
Right, okay.
All right. I just think the
Marvel.
great. I just think the good
Marvel's
films.
doing it.
Yeah, but these are good films, great films. They're not.
When was
Star
the last
Wars.
time you left a cinema and you were like, that is a fucking masterpiece? I keep going back to it, but
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
You said Django, which I think came out after
I thoroughly enjoyed Django.
2012.
I enjoyed Django. I thought it was great.
Problem, I didn't get to see Django in the cinema.
Did you?
Believe that.
Fucking hell.
Believe that.
I don't get it.
Sad times. Wish I did.
So Nick, have we answered your question? Beat says,
They've turned everything
Yes.
into a great and a good rather than a fantastic.
I'll be devil's advocate and saying a lot of people enjoy how we've got that many solo.
The problem is it doesn't matter because they make money off it, so fuck you.
But we've got Bing here, legend, one half of Black Dog, who sorted our intro out.
Is he the black or the dog? Who knows?
He says, how disinterested in Star Wars have I become?
Oh no! Oh no!
What do you think?
I think, by the way, we're gonna get
Big-
so much backlash for saying Rogue One's a worse film than this.
Do you think? I
Oh,
don't
so
care.
much.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this film.
Okay.
How disinterested has Bing become of Star Wars? Bing?
12
I'm going to give it
Bing.
on a rate 9 out of 10.
1 Bing out of 10 Bings. Bing bong.
3 Jaws sharks.
No!
out
Don't
of
bring him
5.
into it. Don't bring the shark into
3
it, John.
Jaws sharks out of 5.
Don't do it.
Right, beat. 2 seconds. Pause it.
Paused. We're back in the room.
Michael Robinson, legend. He's coming on to do as a guest to do Sulu with us.
Zulu.
Do
Who was it? A
Zulu.
Ghostbusters 2 film.
And I'm very, very worried about trying to take on British colonialism.
Brilliant. Obviously, an absolute white mattress which has never been stained with any sort of history.
The casting of Woody and Amelia Clarke. I'd be interested to get your thoughts. Thought they were great.
Both big draws. Obviously, you've got the Mother of Dragons.
Amelia Clarke's a
and
big draw now at the
big
minute.
draw. She's the Ronda Rousey. She's the 2010 Ronda Rousey.
The 2010.
She's drawing everyone into them seats because she's the Mother of Dragons. And Woody Harrelson is tremendous.
Yeah, fucking great.
Natural born killers. White men can't jump. Goddamn. Partner to Russ Coleman. Is that his name?
Rust. I don't know he's called Rust. I don't know whether he's called Coleman. I think you made that up. But we've got Lily here. At Lily Ray. Give her a follow. She says, after seeing the Solo movie, what could have been done differently? Also, do you think we'll ever see the Lord and Miller version at any point?
Listen to the last hour and you'll find out.
Exactly. We've summed up.
There's character moments which I want to see for Han and Chewie.
You want to see Darth Vader in there?
I want to see Vader in there, but I mean, you don't have to appease us. The big things
If
I
you
want to
saw
see.
Vader, it would take away from Darth Maul at the end.
Don't like it. Shut up. There's Jedi in it. The big thing I want to say is these little special character moments which I live for, such as the bride getting a sword and Han Solo not getting revealed until it was going to be Tom Selleck. It was Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck was going to be
Han Solo.
Han Solo, there's a pun for you.
It missed out these opportunities to have these that's it moments, and it kind of made them for the plot.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that's it.
I wonder what the Lord and Miller version would have been like. I'm glad Lily has cleared up who them two directors
Lord
are called.
and Miller?
We had no fucking idea.
Why have a name that sounds like a villain? Lord Miller.
There you
Lord
go.
Miller's going to chop our heads off.
It's Lord and Miller. Two last names, not Lord Miller. Fucking idiot. Right.
Sorry.
We've got Ben Woodruff here, one legend.
Yes.
Member of ChewCRASSa. Just like Lily and Michael. Does the lack of the Force make it a Star Wars movie or just a half-decent sci-fi caper?
Now I'll have to
Great question.
I'll have to go onto Wikipedia and go, what is the definition of what makes a Star Wars movie that? So I'm going hope. I'm going fate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going family. That's what makes a Star Wars movie.
Which has had none of.
None of it all. But I mean, it's an
This
interesting.
is just like a sci-fi western.
It's an interesting.
I
look.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoy. You take something I love, and we'll have a look at it from a little different window.
I don't think can you. It's got spaceships.
It's not
in
a
it.
Star Wars film
It's got the Millennium Falcon in.
because it's. I mean, it's not a Star Wars film,
If
but
there's no Jedi's in, is it a Star Wars film?
it can still be that.
Right.
No, it can't. I don't know.
No, it
It's a
can't.
fucking-
There you go.
It's a hard question. We need an hour to discuss.
And that brings an end to a beat. An end to a beautiful podcast. Beat, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Remember, people, when you're listening on SoundCloud, download it. That's how we get up the ranking. Not that that
Download.
matters.
We need that cheddar.
If you listen to us on iTunes, leave us a 5-star review. Tell us how much you like the podcast. If you hate us, don't leave that review.
I say leave the review
Leave the review, Beat
And
says, because people get annoyed when he
and
says,
tarnish
you
us.
think what you want. We're on Podbean as well. The Beat had no idea
What
it
is Podbean? I keep on getting emails saying Podbean's going to hunt your ass
I'm
down.
paying $5 a month for that.
Yeah, I pay money as well
Yeah,
into this
fair enough.
podcast. For
We're on
someone else.
Facebook. If you want to follow us on Facebook, check it out. And we're mainly on YouTube. Give us a subscription. We need your subscriptions on YouTube.
we like it.
We love it. Thanks for listening, people. Our next podcast, Beat, what do you think it's going to be? I've got no idea.
A new Star Wars film coming out called Hope
Jed-
Journeys
a
of
Jedi
Hope.
robe story.
Yes.
Right. I've been John.
I've been beat.
Beat, what the... Why the hell is there a massive bear-looking alien behind you?
Harry out of Harry and the Hendersons.
Get off his arms! Get off his arms!